So we're going to have to go ahead and go to the next day, which is day 7. And let's see what the day 7 encounter brings us. Alright, let's go down to our thing here. So, spawn spearing. So little is known about the crown and the recent proliferation in the Sebron that attempting to avoid them is a difficult venture. Case in point, it's crown spawning season. No book or almanac in Daylore could have pinpointed this particularly dangerous time of year, and now we floated right into a crown spawning nest. The crown here are still small and non-threatening. Soon they'll leave the nest and begin to assert their dominance over Daylore's waterways. Of course, slaying what we can as we float by will make their reign over the river just a little less oppressive. So there you go. This is another one where we don't have a choice. Let's poke some crowns. So we place 1, 2, 3, 5 crown face down on the crown starting positions. Set aside 10 attack dice and 4 defense dice as spearing dice. Choose a crown, but before revealing, commit an amount of dice to it. Reveal the crown and roll committed attack defense dice. If the number values on the dice are equal to or greater than the crown HP, it is speared. Continue this process until no more spearing dice remain. For each crown successfully speared, Gearlock gains 2 HP. Place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Choose a crown, but before revealing, commit an amount of dice to it. Reveal the crown and roll committed. Okay. So we have to have 3. 1, 2. Well, so basically all the crown. So we use those. Oops. Then we'll shuffle these up, basically. So these are going to go on top. So there's the crown. Place face down on the crown starting positions. I'm not sure until no more spearing dice remain. Okay. So I guess we're trying to spear them. We do it until no more spearing dice remain. Okay. I don't know if I'm playing this right. That doesn't make sense. So we'll spawn these. We'll start with that. So, position 1, position 2, position, oops, that was a 6, position 3, position 2, not there, 3, can't do it, 4. Alright, so there we go. Now we set aside, what did it say, 10 attack dice? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all the attack dice, okay. And we set aside 4 defense dice. So there's our dice pool. Choose a crown, but before revealing, commit an amount of dice. Reveal the crown and roll the committed attack dice. If the values are equal to or greater than the HP, it is speared. Do that until no more dice remain. For each crown successfully speared, Gearlock gains 2 buff HP. Okay, so I guess this is a normal set of rounds, I suppose. It's kind of hard to say. I'm assuming that's how this is supposed to go, so that's what I'm going to go with. So yeah, we'll start with that. So here's my defense, and we get to place ourselves. So I'm actually going to place these right here. Alright, so that's all of our pool of stuff. This will go here. So let's place ourselves. Let's place ourselves here. And yep. So choose down on the crown starting position. Set aside 10 attack dice. Okay, those are the spearing dice. That's what these are here. Choose a crown, but before revealing, commit an amount of dice equal to reveal the crown and roll committed attack dice. Okay, so again, this one is like horribly unclear. I'm going to assume that we will do that first and then do our normal turn, I guess. Let me see if I can find anything on this on BGG before I do this. Okay, so I can't find anything, so we're going to go with my theory. So 2 attack and a let's do 2. So that could potentially be 4 or 5. Let's do 3 attack and a defense to spawn this one. And reveal it. So we got 4. And these dice are used up. Either way. Set them off here to the side. So we flip this over. There's a 4. So that means that it is defeated. So I'm going to move these down just a hair. Actually, you know what? Let me put them on here. Awesome. So then I guess that means it's our turn. See, I don't understand this. Choose a crown, but before revealing, commit an amount of dice to it. Reveal the crown and roll the dice. If a value on the dice are equal to or greater than the crown, it is speared until no more spearing dice remain. For each crown successfully speared. Oh, I guess we do that. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna guess. This is my thematic interpretation. So we do this and we're spearing it, and after we go through everything, we get buff HP if we kill it, which I just forgot we get 2 buff HP for killing that. Then whatever's left, that's what we have combat with. That makes more sense. But for thematic purposes, I'm going to say what I spear in the order so that, yeah. So we're going to do the same thing again. Oof. Yeah, we're going to do the same thing again for this one. Ooh, it's a 3. Oh, it's a 4, so he stays. That's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm assuming we'll put him at 1 with an initiative of 3. And those are used. Alright, so let's do... Oh man. We'll pick this one next. Kind of using extra die just because I really want to get rid of them. Alright, so that's a 2. So that is killed. Again, we get 2 buff HP for that, which is great. But again, those dice are gone. Go this one next. That's 3. Whew, that's a 5. That's, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be a number 2 there. And his initiative is 2, so he goes here. Alright. And then this one, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be position 3, which is yellow. And again, initiative of 2. And he's going to go here. Alright. So, let's roll our initiative. 4. So we're going to, of course, start at the top. These are all melee. I'm going to start here because I want to do energy arc potentially. So poison and poison doesn't mean anything for us. Treasure and flee doesn't really mean anything to us because we don't have any treasure. So that's good. And remember, we have 4 buff HP. Alright, cool. So let's get this party started. So we're going to start with us. We have to roll our Hydro. We have to roll our Directive die. We're going to roll 1 defense and 2 attack. Now remember, this doesn't count towards dex, so that's 4 out of 5 dex. So I guess we'll roll another defense die. Alright, so there's our 5 plus our Directive die. Alright, so we have a defense, and then we have a number of things going on here. Put that down there. So, oh, that was a 1. So we do 2 damage, and we're going to do the 2 damage. Oh, I didn't call my target die. My bad, I forgot to tell you what I was trying to damage. I'm going to damage this guy because the treasure doesn't matter, and he's got the defense, so I want to get rid of him first. Can't use that defense die. We're going to lose a water. And as soon as I find it, there it is. And we have energy arc, right? So that fires automatically. Deal number damage to an adjacent unit. All units adjacent to that unit take damage. So both of these units are going to take 1 damage, and of course we do not, and that is our aggro die. That takes care of us. We go here. 3 tries to go, doesn't have a target, tries to go to 4. 4 is not available. Tries to go to 5. 5 is available. And he's going to damage, and we're going to damage that. 2, that is this unit. It's going to target us. Going to do 1 attack, 1 defense. So it does 1 damage, he gets a bone. Bone does nothing. We soak the 1 damage. And that's his turn. And then finally, this Crown Skittish. This is the Crown Undertoad and the Crown Water Wraith. So the Skittish is going to go. It's got treasure and flee, so nothing happens there. Does its normal attack, and it is a bone. So no damage. That quick. Round 1 is done. Round 2, it's back to us. Same target. We're going to roll 2 defense, 2 attack, the Hydro, and we have to roll the Directive. Whoops. So let's see what happens. I'm going to roll them up like this. And then, alright, so, wow, we have a lot. That was a bone. A lot of bones. Have 1 damage, and we have to move. Interesting. So we'll just move to here. With that, we'll do the 1. Oh, wait a minute. Let me check something out here. Okay, so the only limitation with these is that if there's multiple, they all have to be resolved at the same time, and so we're okay. So I'll just choose before we do that. We're gonna slot these. Boom, boom, boom. And then we'll resolve this, which is going to move it here. We'll just move it, use it to move there. And that is our roll. So now we have to execute hotfix because it's green, so everything moves down 1. This will go up to 2. And there you go. Probably should have rolled that, actually, because that potentially could do 2 damage, but I didn't. So that was purple. Nope, that was me. Blue goes, tries to attack, doesn't have a target. Tries to go to 6, can't go to 6. Tries to go to 1, can go to 1. Does a damage. That's blue. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. I should have rolled for his attack here. So he did not damage this, and he did damage that. I forget, you roll their attack, and then if it does any damage, it does it to the raft. Alright, so that takes care of him. He's done. Then we have purple. Purple tries to attack a target. It can't, so it's going to go from 4 to 5. Then it's going to roll its attack and defense. Just roll here. Alright, so it did 1. So it's going to do damage. We'll say it does it there. Yellow goes. It's going to attack. It's going to miss. That's its turn. It's the end of round 5, so it actually comes off the board. And that ends the round. Round 3 starts. It then comes on the board. And because of that, there it is. We roll a placement die. So it's going to come in at 4 with full health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to come in here. That's going to go to 6. That's going to go to 2. Okay. All right. Oh shoot! Then it's our turn. All right. I guess we'll move 1. It's 1 dex. I'll use 2 decks for that. 3 decks for that. 4, 5 decks for that. Plus our directive. So here we go. What do we get? Okay. So we got 2 bones. And we got, wow, 4 damage. So we'll go ahead and resolve those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's 3, my bad. Then we'll go ahead and resolve that for the 4th, which leaves him with 1. Which is going to use a hydro. Then we have these. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and place these like this, because then I can use the power spike, which is 3 damage to an adjacent unit, which is more than enough to take this out. So he is defeated. So this goes back here, this goes here. All these are gone. And that comes off the board, which is awesome. Okay, so that takes care of me. Blue here looks for something to attack. Can't attack anything. Moves to the next position up here. Looks to attack. Can't attack anything. Rolls his attack die. If he rolls a bone, no, it didn't. So it rolls damage, so we have to damage one of these 2 raft locations. We're going to damage this one. And then purple goes. Purple is at 5, does not have a target. He's going to go to 6. He does have a target, so he's going to roll his 1 attack die. Remember, his poison doesn't do anything. And he does 1, so we drop our shields by 1. Which is cool. And that takes care of him. Oh, you know what? We should have dropped a loot die. on this position. Just realize that. Now, the loot die is something new, so we're going to need to look that up. A gear lock adjacent to that can spend a dex on their turn to pick it up, and then we roll it. And depending on what we roll, we get something. And if a baddie goes there, it just sits on top of it. So it's not a big deal. So, yeah. Alright, so purple attacked us. Already did that. Alright, so now we're going to go round 4. It's going to start with us. Again, we're going to do 2 attack, 1 hydro, which we have to do. Then we're going to do our blitz and maybe 1 defense. No, just in case we miss, we'll use that extra die there. So roll it up. Okay, so we've got 3 damage. Cut. And the energy arc hits, 3 damage, 2 damage from the regular attacks, and we do have to use that bone. Now, what we need to determine is, let's see here. Each turn, the first skill used. Yeah, okay, so the first skill used. So, what we'll do is we'll apply these 2 damage. Oh, we did not roll this. Dang it. Okay, this will actually work out. So we'll apply 2 damage. That takes 1, 2. And then we'll use our arc to do the final bit of damage, which takes him out completely. Oh, this goes back here. We won't use cut. No sense in it. We'll use this and hotfix, and then we have to resolve that. So we'll choose to move him here. That goes back here. We have to use hotfix, which brings this up to 2. And that goes back here. And that means this is gone. So there you go. Cool. So now we go to round number 5. Alright, so round number 5, it's going to be us. So we're definitely going to do 2 attack dice. We're going to do the arc. We're going to do the hydro, so that's 4. And I'm actually going to use 1 dex to pick up this loot die. So let's resolve all this first. Oh, that was horrible. So this is what we get. So we get energy arc hits, which means we got to drop this down to 2. I may have missed, actually, I think I may have missed 1, so I'm just going to penalize myself 1 just to be safe. So this doesn't matter because we already used water. We get a bone, and we do 1 damage, so he takes 1. Means he has 3 left. And then we get to roll the loot die. See what we get. Okay, so that symbol means, and let's look in the book, in the rule book, and in the rule book, it's the version 1.0 rule book. That is on page 26. Tells you what the loot die is. So this symbol is heal yourself for 2 HP, acquire a consumable die of your choice. We'll already have that. So yeah, that actually really didn't do me any good because I'm full HP and everything. Alright. That is what it is. Probably a little bit better in a party with real gearlocks. but c'est la vie, if that's even applicable. Okay, so here we go, next round. All right, so now we got a problem, because guess what we're in? That's right, we're in fatigue rounds. Remember, fatigue rounds are true damage, so we're going to lose 1. Fortunately for us, he's going to lose 1. So then we're going to get to go. We're going to roll 1 attack, 1 hydro, 2 attack. Excuse me. Our energy arc. I don't think cut. It's just cut on every side. Yeah. Well, should I do that or should I just do it? Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe we'll get lucky. If nothing else, we can put a bleed on him and stop our bleeding a little bit. And our directive die. Don't forget that this time, Justin. Okay, so here's what we got. We got 3 damage. We have cut, bleed, hydro, movement. We're going to use the 2 attack. That's going to be enough to kill him right there. So, good show. Good show. He is off the board. We're going to go ahead and use our heal since we've got it, so we can scout. None of these matter, so they're going to go back into their respective positions. And that's going to be, let's go ahead and reset this. That's going to be that. That's a progress point. We do get 1 training point, which is not a lot, but it's better than nothing, which gives us 6 out of the 7. So let's clear the rest of this out so we can see buff HP goes away, what our options are. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, I thought about taking Blast, which is this here, which is deal damage to a non-adjacent baddie. But I don't know if I should do that or if I should do another defense. Or yeah, I would say attack, defense, or blast. I mean, I could take another dex, but I don't know how much good it would really do me in the end. I kind of like blast, but you know, the thing is, I'm going to have to kill this stuff. The defense is decent, but I mean, 1 more defense, that'd mean I'd start with 5. All right, let's do it. Let's do 1 in defense. Let's try that.